From between 10:35 a.m., approximately that time, and 11:13 a.m., an incident occurred here at UPMC Memorial Hospital that involved an individual by the name of Diogenes Archangel-Ortiz. His date of birth 11/4/75. This individual entered the hospital, and he entered carrying with him a bag that did include a handgun and zip ties. That becomes important for what he did later on. He went straight to the ICU, and in the ICU, this individual went and held hostage members of the UPMC staff. In total, he wound up discharging his firearm and struck 3 members of the UPMC staff. One was a doctor who was grazed. The other was a nurse and a custodian who are in stable condition at this time. There was, from our understanding at this time, a 4th individual who fell and did suffer injury, who was part of medical staff due to the fall, but not struck by the discharged firearm. And additionally, there were UPMC officers that responded right away to try to alleviate the harm that occurred. And in fact, this individual, Diogenes Archangel-Ortiz, did discharge his firearm at UPMC officers. He did hold individuals hostage, and that led to contacting the authorities and to the response of multiple law enforcement agencies, which include the following: the West York Borough PD, the West Manchester Township PD, and we are located within West Manchester Township Police Department region, the Northern York County Regional Police Department, Spring-Itsbury Township Police Department, Spring Garden Township Police Department, York City Police Department, Newbury Township Police Department, the Pennsylvania State Police, York County detectives from the District Attorney's Office, the York County Sheriff's Department, and overall the York County Quick Response Team, which is made up of highly trained individuals from throughout this county. Together, they came to go ahead and alleviate the harm of the situation and to go ahead and see if they could mitigate anyone from further suffering any damage from being shot or any other scenario like that. What had occurred then was there was a formation that was formed by law enforcement that was highly professional as they went to go ahead and engage Mr. Archangel-Ortiz. What had occurred at that point is when they went to go ahead and breach in formation, the ICU, the individual was holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff and ordered the police to get back to behind the doors. They did, so that as the person being held hostage would not be harmed, and were attempting to try to engage in discussion with Mr. Archangel-Ortiz. At that time, they proceeded to go into further formation to work on how they were going to approach the individual. When he came out, Mr. Diogenes Archangel-Ortiz came out holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff who was also had her hands tied with the aforementioned zip ties. Holding her at gunpoint, coming out into the hallway, the officers, left with no recourse, did open fire and did shoot and kill Diogenes Archangel-Ortiz. During the course of the armed confrontation that was caused by Mr. Archangel-Ortiz, there were 3 officers who were struck. An officer from Northern York County Regional Police Department and an officer from Spring-Itsbury Township Police Department were both struck, and they are in stable condition. However, Officer Andrew Duarte from the West York Borough Police Department was fatally struck and killed. This is a huge loss to our community.
Trauma that the healthcare workers here today had to deal with is not something that goes away overnight. Every day when you put on your white coat or your uniform of service to others here in this wonderful hospital or any hospital across Pennsylvania, you are performing that function because you care about your neighbors and you want to make sure that they are healthy and safe. Something like this should never, ever happen in your place of work. And we'll continue to work with you, our state and local leaders, to make sure that you have the resources and the services you need to be able to perform your functions. I've spoken to Leslie Davis, the CEO of UPMC, and I know that the hospital and the health system will provide whatever resources that you need in order to make sure you are able to heal. It is, for me, another painful reminder of how tragedy can come to a community in a split second. But it is also an uplifting reminder of how neighbors in this great Commonwealth always reach out to help neighbors, coworkers helping coworkers, and of course law enforcement being there to ensure the safety and well-being of a community. Tonight, we pray for this community, and especially for the Duarte family. A life cut short, but a life of service and meaning and purpose. And I offer my blessings and that of my wife, Lori, our First Lady, our family, and the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We pray for strength for this community. We pray for healing for this community. And we pray for the family of Officer Duarte.